Showtime. 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 Showtime.
Welcome back to Check Out the Stat by your girl Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby. So today we have a special episode. We're gonna talk about the Lakers. But before we get into that, I gotta give a shout out to our sponsor, Underdog. With Underdog, you can earn money by making picks on all of your favorite players. You can try the app in California, Texas, and New York, and the list goes on. If you want to play along, go download Underdog. Use code STAT, S-T-A-T, to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash and get a free pick. So sign up now on the Underdog app today. So we're going to do our Underdog picks of the day. Sunday, the Bengals play the Browns. Underdog has Joe Burrow at 253.5 passing yards. I'm going to go higher. The Browns aren't exciting me this season. They're just not. They've got a lot of things that they've got to work on. I think Joe Burrow is going to get over 250 passing yards. And I think we can count on that happening on Sunday. Jamar Chase is at 6 receptions. I'm also going to go higher for that because Jamar Chase is getting back in his groove. Again, it's the Browns. Not feeling too excited about them right now. Then we got Deshaun Watson at 24.5 rushing yards. I'm going to go lower. He doesn't have to rush. He's not going to. So we're going to go lower for this pick. So make sure you guys download the Underdog app. Use my picks. Again, use code STAT, S-T-A-T. Won't steer you wrong. Promise you my picks will be right. And download the app today. So today we've got a special guest. He plays for the Lakers. So let's just get to the interview. So today I have a very special guest, Quincy Olivari. He plays for the Los Angeles Lakers and went to Xavier University. Quincy, welcome to the show. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. It's just crazy week. But I'm honestly honored to be here. I've been begging to be on the show for a while, so I'm glad that we now finally have a real reason that you can bring me on this show. But I'm just glad I can help support your grind in any way.
Of course. So for those who are watching, I know you guys remember that interview I did with Nick Cross, who plays for the Indianapolis Colts, my friend Bailey Jackson Sports. We all know each other. And so Quincy's on the Lakers. I was like, got to bring you on the show. I want to chat. People have actually been tweeting at me to bring you on the show, talk about you. So we're here to talk about you today. So first and foremost, right? If you're living in LA right now, how is that transition living on the West Coast?
The biggest thing is the gas prices. All the gas prices start with like 5, and some of them start with 6. And being at school last year, being in Cincinnati, Ohio, it was just like gas was like $2, you know? Coming out here, it's like $80 to fill in my tank, and then the traffic, that's a whole nother problem. I mean, Atlanta traffic don't compare, Houston traffic don't compare. The traffic is terrible, but I guess like the beaches, they help make up for it, but it's just really expensive. It's cool though.
Okay, so you mentioned Cincinnati, right?
Yep.
I know you went to Xavier. You were the Big East leading scorer. So you're a shooter for those who are watching and learning more about you. Why is it called Cincinnati? Where'd that come from?
I had a trainer that worked with me the summer before I went up to Xavier. And when I committed, he just came up with Cincinnati, and it just kind of stuck. And I liked it, but I didn't want to just immediately come off with that's who I wanted to be, because I didn't want people thinking I was walking in there already claiming it was my city. Mm-hmm. So I told my mom and just told people, like, when the time feels right, I'm just going to say it. And we have a big game every year, crosstown shootout, Xavier versus Cincinnati. And that was the game where I just popped off, I guess you can say. And from that point, it was like, I run this city. This is what I do, because I beat the little brothers around the corner. And after that, I posted it on Instagram that same night. My Instagram blew up, and when NIL now, I was able to capitalize off that, shirts, sweaters, and that that went through the whole school year.
Yeah, no, that's dope. So Cincinnati, I've also seen Q Dini. Obviously, Xavier has a lot of love for you. So what does going to that school kind of mean to you and like, that fan base and stuff? Because a lot of people we see it, but a lot of people
Yeah.
really, really like you and like your game and even like your personality. So what was it like going to Xavier?
It was amazing. It was everything I could hope for in college basketball as far as home games and just the experience of being a Division I athlete at the Power 5 level, whether that was travel or whether that was food situation, whether that was home games. It was perfect, and I couldn't have asked for it to go any other way. I would have loved to go to the tournament, but that wasn't in my cards that I was dealt. But outside of that, it was everything I could ask for, and I'm very thankful for the city of Cincinnati just calling me, bringing me in as family and embracing me, because I have some people that still reach out to me this day that mean a lot. I actually, ironically, have someone that just called me yesterday. Her son said he's gonna dress up as me for Halloween. He customized the jersey on NBAstore.com, got some Lakers shorts, and he gonna be me for Halloween. So that was kind of cool.
See, that's dope. Definitely can't wait to see those pictures and how that turns out. So, transitioning right now to the NBA. Obviously, now you live in LA. You're playing for the Los Angeles Lakers. This is a history-making time. Your teammates are literally LeBron James, Ronnie James. You have a stacked roster. You have Coach JJ Reddick.
Yep.
Just first and foremost, is this something that you ever could have imagined? Or is this like how are we feeling about being a Los Angeles Laker?
It's crazy. As a basketball player, you obviously know a lot about Kobe Bryant, and someone in my position who loves to score the ball, you watch a lot of Kobe. But growing up, I had a LeBron James fat head on my wall. I'm talking about since I was like 7 that my granddad gave to me, and I have pictures of that. And now I'm of age to play in the NBA, and I'm playing with the same dude that was on my wall when I was growing up as a kid. So it's a surreal feeling. I can't even comprehend what it's like being there when I walk in the facility. LeBron is there, AD is there, D'Angelo Russell, and we scrimmage, and it's Bronny and LeBron on the court at the same time. And then you got JJ, who I watched him a lot as a player, but you walk in, that's the head coach. It's crazy. I can't put it into words, but one thing I can say is I'm blessed, and I'm just grateful to be here. I take every day, and I just try to make the most of it, because it honestly feels like a dream.
Yeah, no, that's dope. You're literally living a dream. And
Facts.
obviously, a lot of people have a lot of love for you, especially your teammates. I've seen, LeBron posting you, like a lot of your teammates.
I still can't believe that one.
Being on the King James Instagram story. It's crazy. So let's talk about this preseason game versus the Bucks. You came in, you had nine minutes, but you scored 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. You made an immediate impact when you landed on that court, and that obviously brought you a lot of praise, right? But there is a singular tweet, right, that went viral because you came out of nowhere. The tweet said,
facts.
"Who the fuck is 41?"
Nah, fact.
The worst interview of the day right here. By far. Terrible. Just learning every day.
And when I seen it, I'm like, 41?
I know that guy, yeah.
Quincy
I know that
Olivari. So when you seen that tweet, what was your reaction? Because that has millions of views already. What did you think when you saw that tweet?
So when I first saw, like, the first night they tweeted it, I was just like, oh, hell no. They talking about me. And then I just kind of laughed at it. I didn't take it personal at all. I was just like, oh, okay, well, maybe it'll go viral, because it was semi-viral, just a little here and there. But the next day, after I got out of practice, and my homie texted me and was like, yo, bro, on Twitter just threw you a lob. And I was like, what you mean? And as I'm looking at my phone, it's other people sending me the tweet. And I clicked the tweet, and I was like, oh, hell no, this viral. Like, they talk, because I'm refreshing my Instagram, and it's like followers follow me, and people are like commenting like, oh, I had to come to your page to check out to see if you was really cold or not. And I'm like, am I cold? Like, I play in the NBA. Like, what do you mean? Everybody in the NBA is cold in whatever they are good at. Like, they have to be something to play in the NBA. They're not just gonna be anybody. And to see that, I was laughing, but then to scroll and the first comment that I saw that made me laugh was they was like, "Oh, that's Savannah's cousin," and they was like, "That's LeBron James Jr." And so when I was looking at that, I was laughing because they were like, "Oh, that's just one of Bronny's homies that just with him with media day." And then I'm scrolling and they talking about that's my player, that's MP, and I was like, "Dog, these folks got jokes." Like, I'm actually crying, laughing in the locker room, and so I kind of took that moment, laughed at it with my homies, and one of my homies said, "You just got to capitalize on this moment." And so, as I said in one of my other interviews, I didn't have my media day pictures yet, but I did have a picture with LeBron, and I said, "This really what everybody asking for, so I might as well just post this." Nobody care about me holding the ball, looking all cool and stuff. They want to see the picture with Bron, so
Yeah.
I posted that, and I mean, the interaction with my page since then has been almost at like
Insane.
1 million.
It's insane.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you definitely gain a lot of followers. And even just like for those who are watching, I'm going to insert the picture and the tweet of Quincy playing, because not only was it who is 41 when you got in the game, but it was also who is 41. I think there was an interview between Bronny James getting interviewed. LeBron came up and there's you waiting on the side to take a picture with LeBron James.
Yeah.
So you went viral twice in a very short amount of time. And I'm hoping that you continue to keep going viral because you're really doing your thing out there. So now I have a little segment. We're going to call it Who the Fuck is 41?
Nah, facts.
So quick little rapid fire question so people can kind of get to know more of who you are. First, we're going to switch it from NBA, go to NFL.
Okay, let's do it.
Who was your favorite football
Come
team?
on, Atlanta Falcons. Let's do it. Number 1 team in the NFC South. Let's do it. Shout out AJ Terrell. Shout out Kirk Cousins. Shout out the whole Atlanta Falcons defense. Shout out Bijan Robinson. Shout out Tyler Algier. Shout out that boy Drake London. Atlanta Falcons, number 1 team in the NFC South. Everybody rise up. Dirty Birds, baby. Let's do it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
If y'all couldn't tell, he's from Atlanta.
Yes, sir.
All
yes,
right.
Sir.
Your favorite song right now?
So I would say my favorite song right now is probably still Dropping Jewels by Young Thug.
Okay. Who is your favorite artist?
Favorite artist of all time, Michael Jackson and Young Thug. Favorite rapper out right now is my homeboy Ray. His rap name is Epic, and I love to listen to V's.
Okay. And then who's your favorite NBA player?
Steph Curry.
Okay. Dope. And then what's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is probably losing my family. That's a little deep though, but
Yeah. Obviously, your parents both have to be very, very proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
What has kind of been their reaction to all this, starting around your name, literally seeing who the F is, 41, seeing you basically live out your dream? How's that been?
It's been crazy. I mean, they both have just been tremendously proud. My mom, super, super duper proud. She really saw me kind of blossom into this man, kind of proving her and other people wrong, saying that I could do it, even when it might not look like I could. And then my dad, he just always been there with me every step of the way. Just even when people didn't believe in me, I always could count on my dad to instill that confidence in me. Both of them were very, very helpful in getting to where I was. I was actually just reminded like a few days ago when I was in high school and I wanted to start lifting weights, and I didn't think that we were kind of lifting weights as serious with the basketball team in high school. I used to actually just wake up every morning and go lift with the football team, and my mom was just telling me, like, she would wake up, make me breakfast, and drop me off every morning like 5 a.m. And like, it's little things like that where my family was just supporting my dreams, whether I was gonna make it or not. It got to a point where they were just like, we just gonna support them. And now that I'm here, when that day comes and I'm able to repay them, definitely will be worth the, I guess, 19 years, because I've been playing since I was 4. The 19 years of headache and sacrifice.
No, that's dope. And that's what makes it worth it all. Okay, so real quick quote from JJ Reddick when talking about you after the game. He said, "I thought in particular, Quincy Olivari just completely changed the game. And to me, I told our guys this after, what he did is the blueprint for what we're asking for a few of our players in terms of just picking up full court, being disrupted, and taking time off the shot clock. But I haven't seen it executed that well until tonight with Quincy." So hearing that quote from your head coach talking about your gameplay, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot. He and some of the staff knows how much just being around him and being able to learn from him means, because I used to look up to him when I was a kid, wanting to shoot like him. I had everything that had his name on it so I could be just like him as a player. And so to have him as my first NBA coach, it's amazing. But not only that, to get a shout out from the head coach during preseason is an amazing feature in itself. I mean, I can't describe how that made me feel. When we landed back in LA that night, I made sure to find him and tell him thank you for the kind words. And we kind of shared a quick laugh because he looked at me and he said, "Oh, I said something nice." And I was like, "Yeah, I actually, now that I think about it, I don't think you did." And we kind of had that short laugh, but he just reminded me, don't let it get to my head, stay hungry. And it's just like having a coach that is happy to see you succeed, but also still wants you to reach for more is a great feeling, especially coming from someone that I used to look up to.
Yeah, super, super dope. And then the last question I got to ask you, we talked about family, a little bit of faith, and obviously we talked about basketball. What is your biggest motivation?
My biggest motivation, doubt. I love to prove people wrong because I am a living testimony of whatever you put your mind to, whatever you speak into the world, whatever you work hard towards, you can become. And knowing that it was a time where it was just me and my dad, and I used to just tell people like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and they would kind of laugh. And now that I'm here, it's like there's so much more in this world that you can achieve. And since I made it this far, people have called me like, "Yeah, I remember when you said that you were gonna be in NBA," and I was just like, "Yeah, I don't know, this kid crazy," because I used to run cross country. So when I was like 6', 140, I mean, talking about I'm gonna make it to the NBA. And I was saying that I'm gonna be just as good as Steph Curry. I mean, that hasn't happened yet, but it's like things that I would just say because I just dream big. Like, oh, I'm gonna be the best shooter in college basketball, or I'm gonna score 40 points, or I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be on ESPN. It's just like anything you want to do, you can do. So I think that's my biggest motivator.
Yeah, super dope. And I want to add to that for the people watching. Definitely dream big and don't be afraid to go after your dreams. As you see here, Quincy is a testament of his hard work. And even me here, I always said I wanted to have my own show. Now I have my own show.
Facts.
Never thought this would happen, especially in this short period of time. So I hope that we can
That
be
baby.
I hope that we can be inspirations to you guys all watching. But with that being said, Quincy, it was a pleasure to have you on the show.
No, for real, thank you.
Of course, we're excited to see the rest of your journey and then how it is being a Los Angeles Laker. Where can people follow you on social media?
So my Instagram and my Twitter is Quincy Oliveri. My TikTok is not Quincy Oliveri. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna give out. I'll be on PlayStation and Snapchat though.
Beautiful. Make sure you guys all follow Quincy. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing his story. Again, it was a pleasure to have you. We are going to go to break and we'll be right back.
Thank y'all.
Well, that's all the time that we have for today. Make sure y'all hashtag check out this stat so we can continue the discussion. And I'll see y'all next week.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.